Hi, I'm Madeline. Before I continue, please like and subscribe. One click from you means more stories can be shared. Help us reach 1,000 subscribers and make a difference. Let's begin. Landing the interview at Palmer and Reed Marketing was my big break. After 3 years of grinding through entry-level jobs, I finally had a shot at something that matched my ambitions. I spent weeks preparing my portfolio, practicing answers, and picking the perfect outfit. Hey, Maddie, where'd you put my charger? Trevor barged into my room without knocking, as usual. I don't have your stuff, and I told you not to call me that anymore. My brother Trevor was 2 years older, but acted like he owned everything and everyone in our house. Ever since we were kids, he couldn't stand when I got any attention. Whatever. Mom said dinner's ready, so hurry up. He lingered by my desk, eyeing my interview materials. Palmer and Reed, huh? Isn't that where Jake Thompson's dad works? Don't even think about it, Trevor. This interview means everything to me. He smirked. Relax, I'm just making conversation. At dinner, I tried sharing my excitement about tomorrow's interview. Richard, Madeline got an interview at that fancy marketing place. Diana, my mom, mentioned casually while passing the potatoes to Trevor first, as always. My dad barely looked up from his phone. That's nice. Oh, Trevor, how's the new position going? Just like that, the conversation shifted to Trevor's mediocre job at the bank where my dad's golf buddy got him hired. By the way, I closed my first major account today, Trevor announced, shooting me a smug look. That's wonderful, sweetheart. Diana beamed. Your father and I are so proud. I pushed my food around. My interview is at 9 a.m. tomorrow. I was hoping to borrow the car since mine's in the shop. Oh, honey, Diana frowned. Trevor needs it for a client meeting. But I scheduled the repair specifically so I'd have the car back by tomorrow afternoon. Don't be selfish, Madeline, Richard scolded. Trevor's job is important. The next morning, I woke up extra early. My outfit was pressed, my portfolio ready. I'd have to take the bus, but I'd allowed time for that. As I stepped out of the shower, Trevor was waiting in the hallway. Need to grab something from the linen closet? He pushed past me. Trevor, I need to get ready. Suddenly, he shoved me backward into the closet and slammed the door. I heard the click of the lock. Trevor, this isn't funny. Let me out. Sorry, can't hear you. Heading out to my important meeting now. I screamed and pounded on the door for 20 minutes before Richard and Diana finally came upstairs. Madeline? What are you doing in there? Diana asked as she unlocked the door. Trevor locked me in. I'm going to miss my interview. Richard checked his watch. It's already 8:45. You'll never make it. Then drive me, please. My parents exchanged looks before Richard chuckled. Maybe this will teach you to plan better. That's what you get for not setting multiple alarms, Diana added with a laugh. I stood there, disheveled and defeated as my interview time came and went. Meanwhile, Trevor texted, Hope you didn't miss anything important today. I spent 3 days crying and barely leaving my room. What hurt more than missing the interview was how my family reacted. Like my dreams were just some joke. You can't just hide in here forever. Zoe pushed open my bedroom door, carrying takeout from our favorite place. My best friend since high school knew exactly what I needed. How'd you get in? I wiped my eyes quickly. Your mom let me in. Said something about you being dramatic again. I told Zoe everything. The closet, the missed interview, my parents laughing. This isn't just sibling rivalry, Maddie. This is a pattern of abuse. Zoe put down her fork. Remember when your art school application mysteriously disappeared? Or when your laptop crashed right before that big project deadline? And somehow Trevor always benefits from your failures? You think he's been sabotaging me on purpose? I think your whole family is toxic. They've made Trevor the golden child and you the scapegoat. My phone buzzed. An unknown number. Normally I'd ignore it, but I answered. Madeline Williams? This is Jessica Porter from Palmer and Reed. You missed our interview yesterday. My heart raced. I am so sorry. There was an incident. Your portfolio was impressive enough that I wanted to check if everything was okay. This isn't standard procedure, but would you be available tomorrow morning? After the call ended, I squealed and hugged Zoe. See? The universe is giving you another chance. Zoe grinned. But you need to make sure Trevor doesn't mess this up, too. I'll stay at your place tonight. And I need to start documenting everything. Over the next week, I created a digital journal. Every cutting remark, every instance of favoritism, every misplaced item. I installed a recording app on my phone. The interview with Jessica went perfectly. We'd like to offer you the junior marketing strategist position. Can you start next Monday? When I got home, Trevor was waiting. Heard you got the job. Don't expect it to last. I smiled sweetly. What's that supposed to mean? Just saying things happen? He shrugged. Anyway, I'm thinking about buying a new car. The bank's giving me a nice bonus. Something about his confidence bothered me. That night, I overheard my parents talking in the kitchen. Trevor needs that final payment for his condo down payment, Richard was saying. We've already given him most of Madeline's college fund, Diana replied. If she finds out, she won't. Besides, she's got that job now. Trevor needs our help more. You know how he struggles. My blood ran cold. My college fund? The money my grandparents had set aside for me? I'd wondered why there was so little left when I graduated. I silently backed away from the kitchen door, hands shaking. They'd been stealing from me for years to support Trevor. The missed interview, the sabotage, it was all part of a lifetime pattern. That night, I texted Zoe. You were right. About everything. And it's worse than we thought. Her reply came instantly. What are you going to do? I stared at my phone for a long moment before typing. Make them pay. All of them. For the next month, I played the perfect daughter, never complaining, always smiling. My parents probably thought I'd finally learned my place. Meanwhile, I was setting everything in motion. You sure about this, Madeline? Zoe asked as we finalized the details. Once you do this, there's no going back. They've stolen my future, gaslit me my entire life, and laughed while doing it. I'm beyond sure. The annual Williams family barbecue was the perfect stage. Aunts, uncles, cousins. Everyone would be there, including Trevor's boss, Marcus, who my mom had invited to show off her successful son. I arrived early to help set up, playing my role perfectly. Madeline, make sure the coolers are filled, Diana directed while fussing over Trevor's favorite dishes. Of course, Mom. When Marcus arrived, I greeted him warmly. So glad you could make it. Trevor speaks so highly of you. He's a promising employee, though I've been meaning to ask him about those client complaints. I feigned surprise. Complaints? That doesn't sound like my brother. Little did Marcus know I'd anonymously forwarded evidence of Trevor's client account manipulations, screenshots he'd bragged about in texts, thinking I'd never tell. As guests mingled in the backyard, I pulled out my laptop. Hey, everyone. I made a special slideshow of family memories. That's so sweet, honey, Diana said, looking genuinely pleased for once. The first few slides were innocent enough. Childhood photos, holiday gatherings. Then came the recordings. Trevor. Yeah, I moved some money from those old people's accounts. They'll never notice, and besides, I deserve it more than they do. Richard. Of course we used Madeline's college fund for your down payment, Trevor. She doesn't need it like you do. Diana. Madeline has always been the backup child. You're the one with real potential. The backyard fell silent. Marcus's face hardened as he stood up. Trevor, my office 8 a.m. Monday. We don't tolerate financial impropriety. My aunts and uncles stared at my parents in horror. You took her college money? Aunt Patty gasped. It's not what it sounds like, Richard stammered. I clicked to the final slide bank statements showing transfers from my college account to Trevor's. It's exactly what it sounds like, I said calmly. The fallout was swift. Trevor was fired. My parents faced the judgment of our extended family, many of whom offered me support I never knew was possible. At work, Jessica was impressed with my marketing campaigns. The Thompson account numbers are through the roof. We're promoting you to senior strategist. 3 months later, Trevor showed up at my new apartment. Maddie, please, I've lost everything. I'm sorry for what I did. Sorry you did it or sorry you got caught? I was jealous, okay? You were always smarter, more talented. I just wanted what you had. And now you have nothing. Karma's funny that way. When my parents called begging to reconnect, claiming they'd changed, I declined. We're your family, Diana pleaded. Family doesn't steal from each other. Family doesn't lock each other in closets and laugh. I hung up and joined Zoe and my new friends for dinner. My chosen family understood what my blood relatives never could. That love doesn't tear you down. It builds you up. To new beginnings. Zoe raised her glass. Looking around the table at faces that genuinely supported me, I finally felt free. That's the end of Madeline's story. Would you completely cut off toxic family members like Madeline did? Or do you believe family bonds should always leave room for forgiveness? What would you have done in her situation? If this story resonated with you, please hit that like button and subscribe for more compelling stories. Your comments and experiences help our community grow stronger. Thanks for watching.